There's no trying in manifestation. And these guys, they knew it. The law of knowing. None of these guys and girls call it the law of knowing, but I do. And what is the law of knowing and how can it change your life to the better? And I'm promising you, it won't just change it a little bit. It will change your whole life worldview. So let's talk about what is it? What is the law of knowing and how does it change reality? How to surrender to it? How do I accept it as true? And how to use it, how to implement it in my daily life. I just wanted to do this quick Friday touch-up video, so I won't be long. Stick around, subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. I will be making a few deep dives for the next few weeks on every part of manifestation, how to create reality with nothing but your mind. So, let's start with what is it? The law of knowing. The law of knowing, the guys and girls in these books, they're describing it. They're describing how consciousness actually helps you create reality. Now scientists, they are catching up. Now they are describing stuff that they observe in the laboratory as if it's new. But it's not new. It is also in the Bible, in the Quran, in the Bhagavad Gita for decades, for centuries, right? It is this way that reality has always been creating. And it's been created by mental labels. So in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, right? And what that means is that consciousness, awareness, before everything was just aware. And that is what you call God, Allah, consciousness, awareness, whatever you call it. And then it became aware of something. And that something became solidified slowly. So we went from the spiritual plane into the mental plane. And your mental plane is what you are thinking right now. Your thoughts, your assumptions, your meaning, the way you describe things. And most of your reality, it takes place on this plane. And then we have the physical plane, the plane of things. Let's call the mental plane the plane of thoughts, right? And this is the plane of things. And you touch it, you say that it's reality, but in all reality, very little of what you are experiencing is physical reality, right? You will have very rich people that feel awful, they feel lack, and you will have very poor people that feel abundant. So what does that tell you? That life experience actually matters. That is what you get to experience, not what is happening in physical reality. You don't ever live in objective truth. You live in subjective truth, your own meaning, your own words, your own thoughts behind what is happening. All right? Here comes the law of knowing then in and says, hey, whatever you know to be true, that will be the glasses through which you are watching reality. And that which you know will transform everything that you're looking on. And then people come to me and say, hey, Chris, how can I change reality? And I'll say, but I just need you to change where you look, because you can look at any reality. You will just need to try it, to take the experiment yourself. You don't have to trust me. You just have to do it. And you don't have to do it for very long. Know something to be true before it is seen, believing in the unseen, before it solidifies, so your reality changes. And I see it every day, multiple times a day, with my clients and with you guys here on the channel. The law of knowing is kind of similar to Neville Goddard's law of assumption. Whatever you assume over time will solidify. And that's also the case with the law of knowing. And the reason why I call it the law of knowing is that you will know it without doubt. And this requires, in the beginning, a leap of faith and say, okay, let me try to just know something. As well as I know my age. Let me try to know that I'm rich. And how do I know that? By simply recognizing it. If it's my mental plane, that is actually my life experience, and that is what actually create my objective world, then I will need to change my mental plane. Yes, you will. So then it becomes a question of when will you start saying you're rich? Because that is the starting point of physical reality becoming rich in your favor. And you will say, but is that all? And that takes us to point number 2, how to surrender to it. And I realize now that I maybe should have used the iPad, but that won't do with such a short video. So today I'll just talk to you guys. How to surrender to it. And I had this dream, vision, whatever you call it, one night where I had this experience with consciousness, where I went to the beginning of my life and I saw myself in a position to take any reality. I could go in any direction at any point in time. And that's how you experience reality, right? That you, at any moment, you can say yes or no, and you can just do whatever you want. And that will take you to some destination. And I'm saying, yes, that was also my experience with consciousness. That destiny was multiplied. You had infinite destinies to choose from. And your choice was actually made of your knowing. So whatever destiny you knew would happen, that was the destiny that would happen. And how do you know? Simply by knowing it. Simply by going to the place of, yes, this is what I will get. And then I went to the end of my life with consciousness. And then I saw that I only had one life. And obviously that's the case. Because out of all of the many decisions I made, that tied together to just one line. But how does that make sense? How do I only have one life and multiple lives? Well, that's complex. But because to consciousness, time does not exist. You have never been in the past. You'll never be in the future. You only have this now moment. You just experience physical time because you're a human being and your brain really can't comprehend what it means. I'm not saying this to diminish you. My brain can't comprehend it either. But we will just have to accept it as true, logically. Yes, I've never been anywhere else but the present moment. That's correct. Time is just something that we have created as a label. And that I have a lot of things that I can choose from, but that I will only ever choose one thing. I will, when looking back at my life, I will never have been in the position where I chose otherwise. Right? That sounds funny, but I hope you get the idea that I always chose what I always chose. Right? Looking back at my life, I only have one lifeline. I only have one memory in each now present moment. And that's my destiny. And I'm telling you, consciousness knows this. So consciousness is sending you desires from the future because the future does not exist. And the consciousness is sending you this desire and saying, hey, this is what you're going to experience. Isn't it lovely? And then you go ahead with your human brain and say, this is just a desire. This is not real. Well, it is. They come in bundles, desire and fulfillment. It's coming to you because you can have it. You would not have that desire if you could not have it. It's one of the many things you can have. But you will only ever have desires that you will have. Right? So you'll go in this direction, doubting it, actually taking a detour. And now we are in the mental plane, right? You are not allowing that desire to actually just be fulfilled, to just accept it. This is my destiny. It's coming to me because it's my destiny. And that is actually the vibrational discord that is making you go into another timeline, the timeline of doubt, where in that life you won't have it. Consciousness is telling you you can have it. It sees it very clearly. I've told you this before, that you are a vessel to consciousness. That what you know in that place, you'll get the ideas to fulfill that desire from that place. But that desire is also coming from being a vessel. All right? So what you know to yourself to be allows you to center somewhere on the spiritual plane. And then the mental plane is just the embodiment of that. So you'll be a vessel on the mental plane, receiving thoughts and ideas and desires and everything from that place. And then physical plane, the plane of action, will just be an embodiment of the mental plane, sending you ideas to act on, right? Based on your mental plane, based on your spiritual plane, right? So it ties together. Then that means that you can just surrender to it. So everything makes sense always. Yes, it does. To you, it does. You will always know your desires Maybe you don't have something right now, but then they will come to you. And you will always know what to do. You just have to listen. You just have to recognize that you are being held by God, Allah, consciousness, and being guided towards what do you need to do. Your brain is telling you all the time. All of you listening to this video have a long list of things you've not been doing. Crazy ideas that you think are random, but they're not random. They are the representation, right? They are the fulfillment. They are the solution to the fulfillment you need. You are always being handed the fulfillment at all times. This is you. What do you want? I'll give it to you. But you will always need to experience life. So if you want to be a reality controller, you will need to surrender to the fact that you are being guided. That doubt is vibrational discord, struggle is vibrational discord. And that takes us to the final point, how to use it, the law of knowing, to manifest greatness. Well, this is quite interesting, actually, because this is mostly about surrendering, as we talked about, and then aligning the three planes. What do I know myself to be? What do I think about myself? What are my thoughts, my assumptions, everything on my mental plane? And what do I do? And most people, they are not a unified being. And the greatest manifestors, they are unified beings. All three planes just point towards your desire, and then it will just come at you rapidly. But most people are just like, I'm in this direction on my spiritual plane. I know myself to be this. I would like this crazy desire that I don't know myself to be, and I'm acting just out of pure nonsense, working at a job I don't like. Right? So you can see this won't create anything. This right here is what you call unalignment. I don't think that's a word, but you call it whatever you call it, right? Not alignment. Non-alignment? Take a guess. So you can see what we need to do to actually use the law of knowing in our favor. We need to align it. So first off, who do I know myself to be? Tell yourself the story of who you are. You pick. In God's candy store, infinite shelving, you pick. What do you want? What do you know yourself to be? Start telling yourself a story of who you are before it shows, right? A great luxury that most people won't allow themselves, but you will, okay? Then the mental plane. What are my thoughts concerning this? How do I speak about it internally, externally? What do I write about it? Start doing that, all right? So how do I talk? So go to that place of your fulfillment. Take language from that place. And you can just start noticing what you're thinking. And really keep a perception journal. I have my clients do that. Keep a perception journal where you list down what are my thoughts on today. What am I saying to people? And then you will maybe just put a check mark next to the sentences that was creating what you want. And you'll notice maybe after a day or two, okay, rarely do I say a word that creates for me, that aligns with my desire. Most of my words, they align with my current reality. All right? So will I reproduce that? Would I like to create this page of words that I have spoken today? No, change it. And I'm promising you, this is powerful. And final plane. If you knew you were going to have it, and actions are just the midwifing of your fulfillment, right? If actions was just the delivery vehicle. Obviously, if consciousness knows that you're going to be a famous musician, then you need to make these songs. But if you're not making the songs, even though you're inspired to do it, even though you're passionate to do it, passionate about it, even though you know you should do it, then that's not alignment. So do the thing that is in your head that you know you need to do. Because it's not random, that idea. So take the action that is needed. Follow intuition. Follow passion. Follow ideas. Right? Change your language. Really ramp it up until your family thinks that you are. All right? And then get to know yourself. Close your eyes. Maybe try out my meditation. Feel who you are. Spend time in that deep void of yourself with closed eyes. and just recognize you are infinite. Right? You were created in God's image. Right? You are perfection. You are love. You are everything you need to be, and you have nothing to worry about. So surrender to it. Now it's time to leave. Go enjoy the weekend and get out of here. All right? See you soon. Bye.